Hi, it's 19th of July 2018 at 1:30 p.m. I wasn't going to do this, do a video today. I've got so many to do, but I'm having a clean up day. I'm tidying everything up. But this one was just in my mind, and look, in all honesty, I think a lot about what happens on the channel. I often go to bed, I'm just sort of, it's just playing over and over in my mind. You know, what someone said or what someone did or what have you. Yeah, and I do that most nights now, most evenings. For example, I never think about the wild jungle. I just forget it the moment I go out of it. But the channel's different because I think we're sort of, I don't know. I'd like to think that this thing's working because if you go back and look at the comments in my very early videos, it was awful. There was just so much anger and hatred. It was awful. It was terrible. There's very little here. Okay, like Hot Girl left today. She said, "Oh no, I've had a lot of you," but I don't think she was getting anything out of it anyway. But most people seem to get something out of it. I know I get a lot of value out of the channel. I'm learning a lot. God, and hopefully you guys are learning something as well. And I'm glad Emily's here. I'm glad we've got women on the channel who are good, and Emily is good. In fact, something I'll say here. Emily said yesterday, she uses questions a lot. It's something I do as well, and it's very good. I've sort of downplayed it a little bit, but yeah, it's in this inquiry area. Yeah, I haven't sort of made a big subject about it, but yeah, it's surprising the number of people who try to make statement after statement after statement. You can't have a conversation like that. You need to keep it going. You need to ask questions. If you don't ask questions, you just the conversation. You just statement, next statement, next statement. I don't know what statement. Yeah, that's where questions come in. That's what keeps the conversation going. Finding out about one another. And if you look at what's happening on our channel lately, oh my God, people are asking all sorts of questions. I'm really pleased, in all honesty, because I think what's actually happening is we're getting out of here. All right. Now, you can do all of these things. I'm not standing here lecturing you saying you shouldn't do these things. You can do as much of them as you like. But I suspect that the more you do of it, the more narcissistic you are. And if you find yourself, really it's a checking mechanism for you. I think if you're finding yourself criticising others, or if you're accusing people of things, or if you're demonising or threatening them or bullying them or anything else like that, or lecturing, or even debating, you're probably in the narc zone. And the way I see narcissism and the problem with it is bloody contagious. Because if you think about it, you really want to hate on narcs. So they're controlling you. They're getting you down here with them. They're actually, because you wake up, oh gee, I like to kill that narc. And that makes you an narc. And so you're there. You like to think of yourself as an empath. But actually, because you're dealing with narcissism the whole time, it rubs off. It becomes contagious. And you find yourself, if you're surrounded, if that's all you're in, narcissism and narcissistic behaviour, then you'll become a narcissist. Or at least you'll be in the narc zone and bits of it will rub off on you. If you can, what I've found is, when I catch myself doing any of these things, I think, I don't do it. No, it's not an option for me anymore. If I want to lecture or if I want to disagree or debate, I'll find a way. I'll convince. I'll take my time and try and convince the other party. I don't get into a debate because a debate can become heated, and that's really then get dragged down into this. No, I will try to convince. Slowly, take your time. I was talking about this with Jay yesterday. Yeah, we're just trying to convince one another. That way it gets us out of the narc zone and up here. It's good. Now, what I'm thinking about today is emotional availability. And it's based on what was happening on the channel yesterday. We were having a bit of fun, and Emily I was saying we really need a group hug. And Emily was basically saying, why do we need that? And I can see her point. I know her point. And I think, I've no doubt, I've just checked out my, signs that I'm emotionally unavailable. I didn't even need to check them. I'm totally emotionally unavailable. Okay, well, I have been up until this point. Okay, but yeah, I've been emotionally unavailable for a long time, and I think the reason for that is that I've been down here, and I'm just in protective mode. I've got a firewall around me that's so thick, I can't remember what the things were, but yep, I've got them, most of them actually. I'm emotionally unavailable. And I'd say, I don't know, I'm guessing, but I'd say it's because, yeah, I'm protecting myself from narcissism. But if I no longer let it into my head or associate with narcissism or narcissists or people who are being narcissistic, yeah, then it feels like I could say I could talk to Emily. I actually trust Emily. I've found out a bit about her. She's in the same situation as a lot of us. Okay, and I actually trust her. So that's what I was reaching out to her. I was just saying, yeah, I'd like to let you know, we're all here, or I'm here. I'm certainly here. I'm here for all of you. All right. So it's just maybe and I feel for you, and I hope you feel for me, because and then we can actually take down the firewall. We can get up here and just enjoy one another and make this our little safe space. But I think Hot Girl was harmless, but it was just the wrong place for her. I think she's just a bit too young or something. But I think Emily's in the right spot. I think we're all much the same, Emily. We've all had shitty experiences, shitty lives, most of us, I think, or we're going through a really bad situation at the moment. There's a common thread to all of us. I think you as well. But yeah, but it made me think of this emotional availability. I don't know that what the benefit of being emotionally available. I've basically killed most of my emotions, and my sex drive in the process. That's gone, and that's why I think most of us, the mgtow, we don't need sex because we aren't emotional. But a couple of examples are a business above all else. That's me. Yeah, it's me. Rationality above all else. Yeah, that's me. That's all of you guys. You're all talking about rationality. Calmness is another one. Very calm. Very. Yeah, you can look it up yourself. But yeah, they're just the three that come to mind that I can remember out of just. I had a quick look at it, 30 seconds. Yep. I think there was one there that I crossed. No, but the rest 9 out of 10 or something. Yeah, emotionally unavailable. But I don't know. When I started doing this, I don't even know why I did it. Well, I think I started off because AB couldn't speak, so I was trying to figure out, what she talks about, how to get her to talk. But yeah, it's just grown and grown and grown and grown. And just the more, honestly, I've got maybe 6 videos I could do on this thing, just lying there. But I want to clean the house up. So I'll have to tell you something that's, now that I've cleaned all the weeds out of the garden. You wouldn't believe what I've put inside my head. Oh my God, Father, that's good, works. I'll have to do it. It's virtual people. I'll give you that much. Yeah, you can actually put virtual people in there that control you. Yeah, you bring them in, and believe it or not, they're narcs. But they're under control because they're in your head. Okay, but yeah, they're just narcs. Yeah, bossy people. Yeah. Getting you to do well when you're living on your own, and my problem is I'm not getting anything done, so I need a virtual boss. I thought, I could get one online, but I have to pay for that. So I put a virtual person in there, Blossom, virtual bloss, V-bloss I call her. Oh, bitch. And I put VAB in there as well. She helps me with the cleaning. Now I can do this and do. But yeah, so that's a bit crazy, but I think I am as well. But that's yeah. So I'm thinking that maybe, once you get out of here and you clear out all the weeds, yeah, maybe you start becoming emotionally available as well. Maybe all sorts of things start changing. Like I've noticed more questions, people showing interest in one another. There's not as much hostility. I mean, it's not a bad channel. Like if somebody came along and said, mgtow are a hate group, a hate speech, I wouldn't say there's a lot of hate speech on here. It's practically zero. In fact, I'd probably say it's people going our own way. I think we've forgotten men now. And people, you guys don't talk a lot about going your own way anymore. I don't see the comment a lot. Yeah, but we're probably people going our own way or finding our own way. Yeah, because this is not working for us. That's the truth of it. Yeah, so, I've put up this crazy diagram, and pretty soon you guys will start feeding back, saying, no, no, I think you can add this there, and you'll start changing it for me. I'll change it, I'll respond to you. Or we can discuss it. But it's making a difference. It's certainly making a hell of a difference to my life. I hope it's helping you guys. Seems to be. Yeah, but anyway, that's just a thought. Any thoughts on that? I'd be interested, because I don't really understand emotional unavailability, because I've been unavailable for a long time. Okay, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.